Hello, my name is Summer. Thank you so much for joining me for another summer session. We're about to get into today's energy, so if you're curious what might be going on, stick around. We're about to get into it. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh man, lately they've been coming out fast, so that's good. Quick moving energy right now. Okay, so the Acolyte, new projects, learning. We actually got this card pretty recently, but yeah, I definitely feel like we've been learning a lot. And it's funny, when I was shuffling my traditional tarot, the Three of Pentacles came out, and that's also a learning card. So I am excited to dive into this energy. I feel like we all have been learning a lot about ourselves and other people. And so yeah, let's get into this and see what the book has to say. It feels like you're not making progress lately. It may be time to think about learning something new and expanding your horizons. Take up a hobby, a new class, or fresh experience. You'll enjoy the rewards immediately. Learning is an infinite journey. Embracing the fun of new experiences will provide the fresh perspective you need. Okay, so yeah, maybe you need to dive into something new to kind of help you process maybe some of the emotional things that you're going through. I don't know why, but that's coming through for me right off the bat. And something that reminds me of is, as an artist, it's always really helpful to be able to learn some new skill, some new art form, and it helps you figure things out emotionally as well. I don't really know how to explain that right this minute, but it's some type of emotional release on top of the learning something new. It's like you're exploring new pathways within your brain, just like you're exploring these new pathways with whatever medium you're using. Like, say you're learning how to use oil pastels. I would see that as like a representation of you figuring things out in a different way in your own personal, brain. So yeah, I don't know. That type of thing is coming through right now. So let's dive into this with some traditional tarot and see what's going on. If you don't care about seeing the cards come out, you're welcome to skip through. Wow, I just looked at the clock and it said 333. So definitely synchronicity there. If you've been seeing that a lot, you're definitely meant to be here right now. Wow, interesting cards to be coming out. I don't know why, but to me this just feels like an interesting combination. Wow. What? Oh my goodness. Because I mean, you may not see it. What? Oh my God. I wasn't even like planning on that. I was just stopping to go. I was not planning on the star being there. Oh my God. I love tarot. I love tarot so much. Okay. Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay. All right. What was I even going to say? I don't even remember. Okay, yeah, so me looking at this and you looking at this, we might not see the same thing, but I'm like watching the story unfold, like scene by scene is how I look at the cards. So when I'm reacting, it's definitely because I'm like, wow, I was not expecting the journey to unfold this way. It's like watching a movie sometimes. So, but we are starting with the Justice card. So this already sets the tone that we are dealing with some cause and effect right now. I'm definitely focusing on the scales. So I feel like the situation is balancing out some past situations. Maybe things seem really dark and cloudy, but I feel like today I've definitely felt the shift of clarity. You know how I was talking about yesterday with the storm reading, I definitely feel like this is the clarity you see after the storm. It's like when you finally see the blue sky again and you're like, wow, I'm just, you're kind of shaken up, you're kind of out of it, but you're like, okay, I'm starting to understand, I'm starting to see things, and there's this energy of rebirth. And it's funny, I saw this same exact sign on that Volkswagen bus today, and I just find that so crazy because Volkswagen buses are very important to me. So that means it was extra confirmation that I feel like help is on the way. I definitely am feeling like there's a lot being divinely led right now, and there's a lot of guidance in our life, whether we can be super conscious of it or not. They're there for you. They're helping you through whatever tough time you're going through, or whatever intense situation you're facing. But I definitely feel like what you are getting to the point of right now is clarity on what your next actions need to be. There is clarity on what you need to walk away from, and also what you need to really sit and think about. You know, what do you need to reflect on, and what do you need to investigate further when it comes to your feelings. And these feelings might be dealing with the past. You know, Six of Cups always represents, you know, past nostalgia to me. And I feel like maybe you weren't seeing things clearly or in the right lens before because of preemptive ideas or assumptions or whatever it is. I really feel like you're finally seeing exactly what you've needed to see for a very long time. And this is creating a brand new beginning. You're finding a new pathway in your brain, and you're going a different direction than maybe you would have before. You are breaking the cycle of what you used to do, maybe in response. Like, there's a lot ending in your actions, and I feel like this is because of how much you've grown up until this point. With the Fool card, it's really saying you're letting it all go. And you know, that reminds me of that song, Girl Like Me by Pink Panthers, Let It All Go. And that song was actually a sample. So it's interesting how the past influences the present, yet we're still finding ways to make it new. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's this energy of spiral that has been coming through a lot today. Like, you know, the Nautilus shell and that kind of sign is something I've been seeing. So I definitely feel like we're making progress, but it may not look like it because it's still the same. It's close to being the same, but it's not the same. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just feel like we move in spirals sometimes. And I do believe that the earth moves through spirals through space. Like, it spirals through space. Instead of just moving forward, it goes like this. Like, it tunnels forward. So yeah, that is coming through a lot. And I just feel like you're putting an end to old habits, old ways of being, old ways of acting. You're entering a new frame of mind right now. And this is because your ability to reflect on what you've created and what you've done. You know, you reflected on your feelings and you've reflected on what you've created up until this point. And I really feel like you've gained clarity on some past heartbreak or some past trauma. I really feel like this is a past related thing. And there's a lot of things that are coming to a close right now. And especially since we're in year 1/10, you know, it's been heavy. There's a lot of endings. There's a lot of new beginnings. We're heading a different direction. It just feels like we're making a major shift as a collective. And I see it happening in everyone's lives. So, you know, whatever this is for you, you have the opportunity right now to completely rewrite that story. You have the opportunity to put this to rest. And I brought that up yesterday about, like, when we were at this part of the reading, there was the Four of Swords. Oh my God. It's out here. You know, sometimes when I'm pulling, I kind of do it subconsciously. So I don't really remember exactly, you know, the cards that are over here. I kind of forget by the time I'm like zoomed in on this. But anyways, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I was talking about this card and how, like, you're putting this heartbreak to rest now. And that's because you have found your truth. You found your voice through all of this. You have found your wisdom that you are taking with you the rest of your life. This is like you're letting go of the old baggage so you can accept the new. And this new baggage is not baggage. This is a tool. This is something that is going to benefit you. And I don't know why, but I'm getting this visual of like a launch pad. Like, this is going to like slingshot you forward and you are about to bust through the glass. Like, I don't know. There's just really strong energy, but there's a need to really rest right now and recoup as you're going through this healing process, and just really admire the strength that you've cultivated throughout all of this. And I really feel like that's what this is a representation of. This is really saying, like, no, I'm claiming my power back. Maybe I was down before. Maybe these swords were in my heart before, but now I've taken that sword out and it has become my power. Wow. That is something I feel very strong about, because I've actually made an art piece in that same concept, with that same concept in mind. So, you know, this is a powerful message to me. And if you're seeing this, I hope that you're really feeling this energy, because you have the possibility to create something new. And I'm getting the visual of like taking this power and just cutting through like a jungle and carving out your new path. This is not going to be the same, and you hold the key to your future. I don't know. This is kind of crazy, but all of this healing you've done is leading you towards emotional fulfillment, and you are ending this cycle of suffering. You see what this is on top of? The Wheel of Fortune. You are exiting this and entering this. This is no longer. This is in the past, and this is your future. How beautiful. So, yeah, there's going to be plenty of opportunities in store because of how much you've grown. This is where you were. This is where you're going. So there is a lot of opportunities here to move forward into a life of success and happiness. If you're walking away from hardship and pain and suffering, there's this really divine opportunity and portal that is being opened right now for you. So let's use some of the good tarot to get some confirmational messages. Patience. Oh my God, we got this yesterday. And, you know, I tell you guys every time, I shuffle my decks in between every reading. So this is no coincidence. There's a lot of patience that's being asked for right now in regards to the situation, because I think all of us want to just react on our emotions, but it's so important to not react fully and not make too many decisions. It's okay to get your feelings out, but don't make a bunch of crazy decisions that lead you towards a downfall, major downfall, you know? I don't know. There's a need to like see this through. Wow, the Tower. I was waiting for that yesterday. That's crazy. Justice, confirmation. And the World card, confirmation. Oh my goodness. All right, let's dive into this with the Chariot at the bottom. Wow. Moderation. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet in the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required right now. So it's time to take it slow. It's time to really rest after you've gone through this like major transformation inside of you. And I think that it's going to be important to just kind of take it easy right now. Page of Water, open-heartedness, childlike innocence and curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, cheerful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I'm ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. Heck yeah. I just feel like you are entering a new beginning. Like you're rewriting that story, like I said. And so you're going to be feeling a lot differently towards your life, and maybe just opening up to new possibilities of what you can find. And it's funny because here it says, I have on my dancing shoes. And yesterday I heard a song that says, don't hang up your dancing shoes. Like, don't give up. Like, now is not the time to, you know, let yourself get beat up. You got to get back up and get back out there so you can discover all of the things that are going to remind you why living is so amazing, or why going through this is worth it, or whatever it is that you're facing right now. Tower, surprises. Things happen really fast when this card shows up in a reading. Its appearance could portend a total paradigm shift. Like I said, we're going through a shift right now. Or a sudden upheaval that takes something away in order for something better to take its place. It could be that I've had an epiphany. Whatever it is, this card tells me unexpected events will be very interesting and offer opportunities for positive transformation if I remain present with my eyes open. Wow. Yeah, like I said, present and open. Like, I really feel like they want you to be positive, even though it might be really hard to. It might seem like everything is falling apart, but they want you to see that it's actually everything falling apart so that things can come together. It's not easy to see that when you're in the height of your emotions, but if you can just remember that everything falls into place at the end, because it always has. Justice, karma. The law of cause and effect, dude, yes, that's crazy, is in play now as I see elements in my life balance out. What goes around comes around. I'm now seeing evidence of this law in the conditions of my own world. Yeah, things are just balancing out, and it's like, it is what it is. They made their decisions. You made your decisions. It is what it is. How do we move forward now? Boom. Simple as that sometimes. But humans we really complicate things, but I think the fact that we complicate things helps us discover new things. You know what I mean? I think being overcomplicated doesn't have to be a bad thing as long as you're open to new ways of being or new ideas and things, you know? It's just so important to be open. The world, perspective. I am being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul experiencing life as a human being, I have no fear. I can see clearly that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit. Aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes, I am a conduit for miracles. Yeah, I think attachment is something that has been coming up the past couple days. I believe, oh man, was that yesterday? I think the temptation card came out yesterday. But yeah, the main thing with temptation is all about attachment. And I feel like maybe this was kind of a reminder to stay kind of open and attached to what you have. And remember that even if you lose something, you can always gain something different. And maybe it'll be better. You don't know if it's going to be worse or not. So I think being open and being more accepting of everything, I don't know. I think sometimes people really struggle with acceptance of things and wanting things to be their way, but it's just not their way sometimes. It is what it is, and you got to move on from that. And yeah, so I don't know. That's definitely something that's coming through. But yeah, perspective shift is landing on the Fool card and the Six of Cups. So this tells me that you are changing your perspective on your past, and that is going to change your perspective on your future. So yeah, I feel like you're seeing the law of cause and effect. You're seeing that it's important to see from all angles, and being patient is going to be key to moving through this intense wave of emotion that you're being hit with. But yeah, now we're moving on to the Chariot. So Chariot, victory. Everything I have worked for, including the obstacles I have faced and overcome, is now a part of this time of victory. I have learned to see all aspects of my life as essential to my growth. I have fallen, but now I am risen again to live freely and truthfully, fearlessly and skillfully. Yeah, when it says I'm risen again, I've been seeing Phoenix, the sign Phoenix, all day. And so I really feel like you are the phoenix rising out of the ashes right now, and you are in a transition, in a very balanced transition right now. You know, I'm seeing the light and the dark of the horses, and I really feel like you are seeing the full yin yang, the full balance of this situation and what this means. So yeah, I don't know, it's just really powerful what you're going through right now. All right, let's get some Monology cards. Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. This is, yeah, and I'm putting it on patience. And I'm always subconscious of where I put the cards. I'm not thinking about that at all. I just kind of set them down. So when I put it somewhere, I recognize, oh, my brain says here. So with this landing on patience, I really feel like you need to just allow this to happen in divine timing and allow these things to move towards you, and don't rush into anything because you might miss some things. Emotions are running high, dude. That I have definitely been saying that. And with it landing on the Tower and the Page of Water, it's emotional as fuck right now. It's hard to let go of what's happening. It's not easy to calm down, but it happens over time. Your dreams need a practical plan. What are you moving towards? What do you want? What do you need to put into effect so you can get the, you know, cause or whatever you say with that? You know, what actions are going to lead you towards your goals? Nothing is yet set in stone. Exactly. It's time to really think about what you want and what you want to implement into your life so that you can get that goal that you're trying to reach. And this is at the bottom. Don't let your past hold you back. It's time to let it all go. Somebody play girl like me right now. It's time to let it all go. And the South Node and the North Node are shifting right now. So I really feel like this next week is going to be very pivotal for all of us. All right, let's get some guidance messages. Clear your mind. Man, all I'm playing in my head is let it all go, let it all go. Be present, focus, embrace. Man, they're putting a lot of focus on presence right now too, and just being here and being in the moment. And, you know, I think we all need to take a step back right now. I'm definitely feeling a lot more calm than I was yesterday. And yeah, I definitely feel like through this reading, it's like the wave has crashed and now there's just kind of peace. So be in that. Take advantage of this opportunity to sit with yourself. Don't just distract yourself with a bunch of crazy shit, you know? Like, don't scroll for 4 hours straight. Like, you know what I mean? That's not going to help you at all. I don't know who needs to hear that. Probably a lot of people. Yeah, back to basics. So simplifying, reducing, and centering. Centering has been so key for me as I move through this. And I talked a little bit about this yesterday with finding the eye of the storm. So find your middle ground, find just what's the bare minimum you can do. That's really what needs to happen right now. And just really simplifying everything in your life, whether that's your routine or whatever it is. Open to love. Oh my gosh. This was a major message yesterday too. Relationships, passion, fulfillment. Be open to the loving path and not the hateful, resentful one. Because you can go down either. And look how the acolyte is right above her head. It's like, that's the key. Love is the fucking key. As cliche as that sounds. And as hard as it might be to tap into. Shine brightly. Be you. Stand out. Be proud. Individuality. Hell yeah. You do you. Do what's best for you right now. This is not about making everyone else happy. It's about doing what you feel is best, what leads to your highest growth, and doing things with really positive intentions. Because if you're just acting out of spite and doing a bunch of hateful shit, or you're reacting to the situation as if you're in your past, that might be leading you down some struggling routes. You know, you might go through the cycle again, but maybe your soul needs to experience that. So that it's not a mistake. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is, coming through strong, bruh. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. I hope this helped you. And if this resonated, let me know how in the comments. If you are interested in more from me, check out all my stuff in the description box. And I really appreciate y'all hanging out and watching these readings. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. Have a good one. Bye.